All right, so here at the top right-hand corner of the map, Entombed Valley, we have our red Protoss player down 3-2 at the moment. From SK Gaming, it is MC. And his opponent down here at the bottom left-hand corner of the map, our pink Zerg player from Millennium, it is StarCraft. MC throwing out the TT already.
MC losing hope, perhaps.
Aww.
Yep. 30 Stalker.
I'm not sure what a Saint Laker is, but I believe it's something close to a Stalker.
Saint Laker?
Yeah, Saint Laker.
That's right.
It's
holy basketball player, Saint Laker.
That's the StarCraft correctly pointing out it's not just roaches that defeated him.
StarCraft roaches. It's true. You get like, it's like StarCraft has this hack where he gets 2 roaches for every egg and like 2 Zerglings, you know?
Yeah.
It's true. I need MC sentries. Yeah, it's true, man.
Yeah, I remember the good old days of MC. Oh, is it a Zerg player? Okay, I'm just going to 5-gate Nexus cancel with a ton of sentries and win a GSL.
Yep. Hey, that works out pretty well.
Yeah. It's cool to watch.
Pretty well.
Exciting stuff.
So, MC, definitely like I talked about earlier, you know, picking a map that it's a bit difficult for Zerg to take a third sometimes on.
Yeah.
The reason being, you've got kind of a weird sort of U-shaped path to get from your natural to your third unless you break down the rocks, which can be a bit difficult for Zerg to do early on. So you can even do things like cannon rush at third if you're feeling, you know, extra saucy. But yeah, it's just tough for Zerg, and especially in the late game too. It's a small ramp to kind of come down. And all in all, I mean, I'm not a big fan of playing on this map as Zerg. I think a lot of Zergs would agree with me.
Yeah. And
MC is going to try to abuse it to the fullest.
If you're feeling extra saucy or feeling extra saucy, as we saw him do that at IPL 4 as well.
That's right.
All right.
Feeling a bit saucy.
I'm feeling a bit saucy today. It's time for a cannon rush.
It's time to make warp prisms.
All right. Well, StarCraft, nothing too out of the ordinary quite yet. He has opened up the exact same way every game in this best of so far. MC, in fact, with the exception of the one gateway well, I'm sorry, 3-gate that won the game, I should say, has actually done the same thing as well. Always gone for 17 Nexus, 17 Forge, 18 Pylon.
Yeah, and you know, it certainly does get him a good amount of units, but it's not really the openings that are causing him problems. It's dealing with the huge, massive amounts of units that StarCraft has. You know, StarCraft just has like a brain that's built to macro, you know? I mean, this guy just does not miss a beat when it comes to larva injects and things like that. Yeah, it's crazy.
All right. Well, we'll see if what StarCraft has up his sleeve. MC already patrolling back and forth with a probe now, though. So may want to drop down some sort of forward pylon. And in fact, StarCraft not going to pick up on that right away. We'll see where these Zerglings go afterwards. No rally points associated with them yet. And they're just going to head out to the middle of the map.
This is going to, you know, this whoever wins this match is going to be kind of an interesting indicator because, as we know, StarCraft is going to be going out to Korea in the future to play in the GSL and things like that. And you know, this will be a good sort of litmus test to see how he stands up against Korean pros, MC being, of course, one of the best ones out there.
Very much so. Yeah. And a lot of strong Protoss players right now in GSL, including Nadiwa. You know, he's preparing for his match against MVP very soon.
He is like the first foreigner in forever to make it through a season of GSL and not get knocked down to Code A.
Yeah.
So really, really well played. I mean,
it's true.
Think about it this way. Out of all of the entire world of StarCraft 2, only 8 players don't get knocked into Code A. Right? So to have Naniwa be one of those, that is just amazing. That kid is playing so well.
Yeah, congrats to him, man. And I know, obviously, foreigners tend to have a little bit of foreigner bias, and I will certainly be, as much as I like MVP and much as I respect his ability, and the fact that he made it through to round of 8, even with all the risk problems he's been going through, I will be pulling for Naniwa. So.
Oh yeah, you gotta. You know, I won't say I always have to cheer for the foreigner, but I think Naniwa's worth cheering for. He's been an innovative Protoss player since the very beginning. Yeah. You know, it's not like he cheesed his way in there. He played really good. So. Or really well. So, yeah, absolutely worth cheering for.
And StarCraft going back to the only difference he's had in his build so far is when does he put down the 2 gas. About 3 of the games so far, he's gone for 42 supply, and a few of the games so far, he decided to go for later, I should say, like 48 supply double gas. He's going for the 42 supply variant. We see MC with a Stargate coming up. This worked out pretty well for him on Ohana. It's not been picked up on by StarCraft quite yet.
Now, did MC go for +1 yet? I don't believe so. No, he did not. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit different. I've got a feeling what we're going to see here is MC take advantage of that third base being a ways away, follow this up with a couple Phoenixes, and just kind of kill off some Queens, you know, maybe some drones. Just sort of shut down that third base and make it, you know, not usable. I think that'd be a good idea in this case. So it's like, hey guys, what are you doing?
Just going to mine? Going to mine?
Working on those rocks.
I'll just tag along with you here if you don't mind. Let's see, though. Yeah, he does have a couple of Phoenixes coming up after that, though.
Zelda got very Metro really fast for some reason.
Oh, well, I guess he did.
A little bit. So, yeah, we have Phoenixes following it up, indeed. Yes. So, Queens had better watch out at that third base.
All right. Well, 2 more gateways on the way now. 3 more gateways coming up after that, as we will have Stargate going around the long way, actually checking for... Wow, no, it clears up. The Zergling reveals itself right away. That means we have Layer Tech coming up now for Stephano. He's already sitting on an Evolution Chamber. We'll see if he decides to put down any Spore Crawlers at all.
Yep, not quite yet.
There we go.
Never mind, he is. Okay, putting one down at the natural. He's going to need one at basically each base. There it is, yeah. Starting the one now at his third. And that's a good angle for it, too. So he should be in pretty good shape, and he does even get the rocks down in time. So, yeah, I think MC might be able to put on a little bit of pressure. Like we said, maybe kill a Queen or 2. But, you know, overall, Stephano should come out of this pretty well.
And looks like +1 weapons now for those ground forces coming up after this. 3 Phoenixes are there, so if he catches a Queen out in the open, he will be able to eliminate it pretty quick. And let's see here, though, as... Oh, this Queen relatively unprotected. And that is going to be a goner. Oh, another one trying to come back from around the side, but actually just endangering that one as well. Now, finally, though, a few more Queens brought along with this, and it's going to be a little bit harder for MC to get this done, especially because the Spore Crawler's coming up soon. Oh, but he does get a second Queen. Very well done. Picking up even 2 more. Has to get out of there. The Spore Crawler does not fire on him. 1 Queen down, and the last one about to fall here in just a second. But the Spore Crawlers, oh, I'm sorry, the Void Rate was so low. It looks like he's going to be able to trade, though, 4 Queens at the same time. We have a pretty big run by coming into MC's third, but it looks like that's going to get cleaned up as well. So MC able to trade basically 4 Queens for just 1 Void Ray.
Yeah, and you know, that will delay the larva, and it looks like he's even going to get another Queen here.
Oh, wow.
That will definitely reduce the amount of larva that Stephano has. He's not going to be able to max out at 12 minutes or anything like that anymore, but it's not really doing economic damage. I think what he's trying to do here is force Stephano into Hydralisks, and he might be doing it. Stephano putting down 3 more gas. MC getting his robotics facility because he's going to be following this up with Colossi.
Yeah. So let's see here, though, as units coming back for MC, starting to drive those Phoenixes back, wants to be able to pick up on the roaches. Doesn't even have to worry about it, just runs in and kills them. Yep. Looks like 1 probe goes down in the process, but he's able to pretty successfully take his third.
Oh, a Spire.
Yeah.
Ah, exciting. I like it.
This, I gotta say, though, things looking double Spire, no less.
Wow.
Things looking pretty good for MC so far. One of the Spires coming up inside of the mineral line,
making
of course.
It look like a Spore Crawler.
Right.
Yeah. Double Spire all the way. So Stephano is going to go for really upgraded air units here. Maybe go for some fast Broodlords and start off with Corruptors. But he could also just make like 3 or 4 Corruptors to zone out the Phoenixes and then just make a lot of Mutas too.
Yeah,
he's got a couple options. And that's it is 6 Phoenixes.
So that's say 4 hatcheries coming up at the same time. Yes, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
What?
That's a lot of hatcheries, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane. I mean, Stephano's money has gotten really high because he hasn't been able to spend it because of the lack of larva, but still, 4 hatcheries at once.
It's a little ridiculous.
That is not something that I've seen very often, and we are going to see potentially a lot of Mutalisks coming up for Stephano. If he makes enough at once, he can just kind of bull rush the sentries.
Yeah.
You know, MC doesn't have that essential Phoenix range upgrade, of course, so...
No Fleet Beacon quite yet, unfortunately. Right. 3 more gateways coming down, though. He'll really need a Templar Archives. Does he even have a Twilight Council? Let's see. No.
All right.
Not.
So, 2 more Spores. It's a very weird build for Stephano. What is he going to do with it?
He's making 11 more workers. He's on 84 at the moment.
Yeah.
That's all of his larvae.
There's
now
10
finally
mutas.
10, 15 mutas.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. They're going to have 1-1 fairly quickly. And those Phoenixes, unless they microed absolutely perfectly, will go down. Look at this. I like the economic damage, though, that MC is doing with this.
You know, though, by Stephano overproducing those drones when he knew he had the time, MC believes he's probably doing a little bit more damage than he actually is.
Yeah,
so.
That's a very, very good point, actually. No Protoss, I think, would expect the Zerg opponent to be at 91 drones right now.
Right.
Especially after all that harassment. Yeah, Stephano being like, well, if you made a lot of Phoenixes, I just could make a lot of drones, I suppose. Did MC see the spires?
No, he did not.
He does.
Just
okay,
check that.
Yeah.
So, and our flock of mutas
He'll
has
know
popped
now.
out. Let's see. There are only 2 stalkers and 5 sentries on the field. That's it for anti-air. Oh, it looks like he knows about them now, though. He's starting to put up a good number of photon cannons, warping in those. Has the fleet beacon coming up, so we may see Anteon pulse crystals in this game.
Stephano actually flew those Mutalisks right through an observer, so MC got a good glimpse of that. But either way, still going to be able to do some great harassment here. MC's going to need to micro just perfectly here. The Colossi are going to prevent the Zerglings from doing anything significant rather.
Yes.
And Stephano's just got to wait a little bit until +1/+1 finishes.
Yeah, and it looks like it is about to finish up here momentarily, so a little bit of damage being done to these structures up at the front. In fact, one of those warp gates almost going down, but now we can see there's Fleet Beacon finishing up. There's +1 weapons. He's restarting that. And Anteon Pulse Crystals!
Anteon Pulse Crystals!
Yes!
Anteon Pulse Crystals!
Ah! And we could probably, hopefully we'll see... well, yes, +2 weapons coming up, but hopefully we'll see a Templar Archives coming soon as well. Oh, no! No, don't kill Anteon Pulse Crystals!
But
no!
Anteon Pulse Crystals!
No!
The Anteon Pulse Crystals!
Oh, man.
You can't really yell Anteon Pulse Crystals
Anteon Pulse Crystals!
It's tougher than... Yeah, it's not as,
no, it doesn't
easy
work.
as yelling Plague-oo or something like that, yeah.
Anteon Pulse Crystals!
Oh, wow. Yep.
All right, anyway. Another Fleet Beacon coming up, so he's going to restart Anteon Pulse Crystals. If at first you don't succeed, Fleet Beacon
Anteon
again.
Pulse Crystals!
All right, well, +1 air attacks as
+2
well.
air attacks.
+2/+2 now, though, for Stephano's Mutalisks.
I like it. +2/+2/+2 if you count the +2 carapace for ground in it.
That's true.
Yeah.
And he's got pathogen glands finished, so there's some infestors coming out now. Taking a look around at things, Stephano has a ton of spine crawlers on the left-hand side of the map.
Makes sense.
Has that been picked up on? Oh, I just looked at Stephano's vision. That was stupid. No, okay. MC doesn't know about it quite yet.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to make expansions and you're playing Muta, you need to have a lot of spine crawlers to back it up. And Hive on the way, too, so Stephano's going to give himself a chance to go into Greater Spire fairly soon. And here come the Mutalisks. Not a lot of cannons done quite yet.
No, but the Blink Stalkers are there, and it looks like that's just enough to kind of hold back for a little while. So, pretty good job there as MC just trying to make a huge army off of just this one base. Look at that.
Anteon Pulse Crystals!
Anteon Pulse Crystals! Yeah,
finishing.
it's been a while. But
that's not going to work out. How?
Yeah, no, fortunately not.
Man. You know, that's a huge spike. I wouldn't want to get hit with that.
Yeah, no kidding. Impaler Tentacle? It just sounds dastardly.
Oh, that's right. It's called the Impaler Tentacle, isn't it?
Yeah, no kidding.
That is actually what's called.
Anteon Pulse Crystals! Finish! All right.
Yes.
It's done. 6-range Phoenixes. They are amazing. Although Zealots evaporate the things they can't hit in the air, apparently.
Oh, Phoenixes might evaporate as well, but now he's going to be able to micro. Oh, the Blink Stalkers.
Oh, very nice job. And Stephano loses about 10 of his mutas right away.
Yeah, no kidding. He's making 7 more. He's also going for Neural Parasite. Oh, that fungal is huge.
Yeah, it is.
That was big.
Yeah, that's most of the Phoenixes down. Actually, just 3 remaining.
Yeah, however.
Stephano losing a lot of his mutas, though.
Yep, you can't attack with the Infestors or the Zerglings right now because of the Colossi in the mix as well. He was just making like 19 mutas at once.
Yeah, he's going to have 35 here in just a second. However, this hatchery is going to fall, but it looks like Stephano's going to counterattack. Yep. However, look, Zealots, a lot of Zealots there. It's going to take the Mutalisks coming in to be able to clean those up because the Zealots are so effective against those Zerglings sitting on the ground. Good number of Photon Cannons up, actually quite a bit remaining behind the mineral line there. There we do have a couple of Phoenixes trying to move up and engage as well.
Yeah,
the Mutalist numbers have started to get pretty low in MC, moving in, blinking back, and taking care of those.
This attack for Stephano was very disjointed, not controlled very well at all. And MC is still continuing to harass those outlying bases here. Stephano, you know, he needs to get that critical mass of Mutalisks, and it seems like he just hasn't been patient enough to do that yet this game. MC is in a great position to possibly take Game 6.
And there are actually 44 Blink Stalkers out as well, with pretty good upgrades, so they're certainly pretty strong. And if the Colossi don't go down, the Zerglings are going to die immediately.
Yeah, that was not enough mutas. He's making 6 more at once here, making a lot more Zerglings. But, yeah, I just don't think Stephano really has the composition. He's given up those bases up at the top of the map.
Yeah. And, he lost those bases. He's going to lose the ones down at the bottom right as well. MC probably saw that the drones were starting to head towards the right-hand side of the map. Yeah, actually already moving a few Stalkers over that way.
Yep. And here we go. Oh, targeting down the Colossi. Not bad, but... He still needs to get away with those mutas.
Oh,
not losing as many as possibly he could have, but I'd say that was actually a decent trade for 2 Colossi. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, he's down to 30 mutas now. A bunch more are coming up, but he still has no way to stop the destruction to his economy. Coming back in with a few more mutas. He does pick off 1 more Colossus, but I don't think MC cares right now. He's got enough mutas. They're kind of a critical mass, and even take out swarms of Zerglings with them. Yeah,
I think MC is going to be just fine here. Stephano down to essentially 2 bases here. That one I don't really count because it's about to die anyway.
Yes.
Not a lot of mining being done at it. So, MC also about 40 supply ahead right now, too. I don't think Stephano will ever have enough mutas to make the strategy work. It was a good idea, but just the execution on certain points was not quite good enough.
Yeah, and the Zerglings unfortunately running into a little bit of a meat grinder there. Looks like MC going to clean up this base, and then he is actually making a mothership as well. Good stuff. I don't know if there's a Templar Archives down yet, though. I don't think there is. MC, though, actually almost mined out. He will need to take another base. I mean, he's just going to end the game here is what it seems like.
Yeah, but he might try to take another base, but he doesn't really need to.
All right.
He does have the death ball.
Yep, that is a fact. Yep. What a death ball it is.
Having to just go home for a moment to defend against the mutas, and this is actually going to be even better for MC because it means that when he makes that final attack at Stephano's base, he's going to have even less mutalisks.
And looks like he's going to head there in just a bit. Not going to blink up and pick off those mutas. Looks like the mutas are going to be able to kind of cycle around. MC was thinking about taking another base there. There, finally, Templar Archives coming up at this stage of the game. MC starting to blink back. There are a good number of photon cannons there. Stephano still will be able to pick off a lot of probes if he wants.
Yeah, he's going to kill a ton at this expansion, that's for sure.
Yeah, no kidding. All right,
get him out there. And, oh, that pylon powering a lot of gateways.
Yes, it is. And Stephano may be able to take it and actually pick off a lot of stalkers as well. But I got to say, those mutas starting to get trapped now in between a lot of units. There's the well played, and a million mutas just died there.